Chosen one, listen carefully, this message you about to hear. The prophecy they hid from you. You did not find this message by accident. This moment was written long before you were born. There is a reason your soul reacted before your mind did. Something ancient inside you is awakening right now. Why you always felt different. Since childhood, you sensed you were not like the others. You questioned things people blindly accepted. You felt loneliness even in crowds. That was the first sign of the calling. The strongest ONESR always tested first. Your life was not easy because you are not ordinary. Pressure was applied to shape you, not break you. Every hardship refined your spirit. This is how strength is forged. The awakening never comes quietly. Your awakening arrived through pain, not comfort. Loss, confusion, and isolation pushed you inward. That was the door opening inside your soul. Only the chosen are forced to look within. Why society fears you. A awakened soul cannot be controlled easily. You see through lies and empty systems. Your presence disrupts false order. That is why they try to silence you. The burden of seeing the truth. Once your eyes open, they never fully close. You notice hypocrisy, manipulation, and spiritual emptiness. This awareness feels heavy at first, but it is a sacred responsibility. Signs you are the strongest chosen one. You survived what should have destroyed you. You still have compassion despite the pain. You feel guided even when lost. That guidance is real. The inner voice that never left you. There were moments you wanted to give up. Yet something inside whispered to keep going. That was not imagination. That was divine protection. Why your path is lonely. The chosen walk a narrow road. Few can understand your depth. Distance protects your energy. Solitude strengthens your connection to truth. The prophecy is not about fame. This calling is not about ego or status. It is about responsibility and service. True power is silent and disciplined. That is why it was entrusted to you. Your pain had a purpose. Nothing you endured was wasted. Every tear carried wisdom. Every fall taught resilience. Your story will awaken others. The moment you stopped fitting in, you outgrew old conversations and habits. Your spirit demanded more meaning. This was not rebellion. It was evolution. Why they do. People project fear onto what they do not understand. Your light reminded them of their darkness. So they question your path. Do not internalize their blindness. The shift happening now. You feel urgency without knowing why. Time feels different lately. Your spirit senses alignment. This is the activation phase. The strength you underestimate. You think others are stronger than you. But they did not survive your battles. You carry unseen scars. That is real strength. The calling cannot be escaped. You tried ignoring it before. You tried becoming like everyone else. Yet you were pulled back. The mission always finds you. Why you attract attacks and tests. Light attracts attention, both positive and negative. Opposition confirms your impact. Stay firm and grounded. The spiritual discipline required. This path demands patience and humility. You must guard your intentions. Growth requires restraint and awareness. Power without discipline destroys. The moment of self-realization. One day it clicked inside you. You realized you were being prepared. Nothing was random. Everything was training. The difference between ego and calling. Ego seeks validation. Calling seeks alignment. You feel fulfilled by purpose, not praise. That is how you know it is real. Why you are still here. You survived because you are needed. Your presence matters more than you know. The world is shifting. Awakened souls must rise now. The responsibility of the strongest. Strength is meant to protect, not dominate. Wisdom is meant to guide, not impress. You are here to elevate others. That is true leadership. The final test before alignment. Before breakthroughs, pressure intensifies. Doubt whispers louder. This is the final filter. Do not turn back now. The truth about your future. Your path will not look normal. It will look meaningful. Impact lasts longer than comfort. You were built for impact. Remember who you are. You are not broken. You are not late. You are not imagining this. You are awakening. The prophecy, FULFILLS through action. Awareness alone is not enough. You must live in alignment. Speak truth with wisdom. Walk with integrity. This message found you for a reason. Timing is everything. You are ready now. Your soul knows it. Do not ignore this moment. Step into your role. Stop shrinking your light. Stop apologizing for your depth. Stand firm in who you are. The world needs awakened strength. Final awakening call. If this message resonated with your soul, it is confirmation. Embrace your calling with courage and humility. You are not alone on this path. Like this video, comment your experience, and subscribe to Return to Awakening to continue this journey together. The weight you carry in silence. There are battles you never speak about. Struggles that shaped you in the dark. You learned to smile while enduring storms. That silent endurance is not weakness. Why your energy feels different. People sense something about you instantly. Some feel comfort, others feel threatened. Your presence exposes truth without words. That is awakened energy at work. The price of spiritual awareness. Awareness removes illusions permanently. You can no longer pretend or settle. This creates inner tension with the world. But clarity is worth the discomfort. Why you were forced to mature early. Life pushed responsibility onto you quickly. You had to grow before you were ready. This sharpened your discernment. Chosen ones are trained early. The inner fire that never dies. Even when exhausted, something drives you forward. That fire is not ambition. It is purpose burning quietly. Purpose does not fade. The reason you question everything. Blind belief never satisfied you. Your soul demanded understanding. Questions led you deeper inward. Truth seekers are never surface level. The isolation that refined you. Distance was necessary for clarity. Noise would have drowned your intuition. Solitude sharpened your spiritual hearing. This was divine protection. Why you feel called to lead, not follow. Following never felt natural to you. You see patterns others miss. Leadership begins with vision. Vision was placed inside you. The test of humility. Power tests character before it elevates. You were humbled to remain grounded. Arrogance disqualifies the chosen. Humility preserves wisdom. The moments you almost lost faith. There were nights of deep questioning. Moments you felt abandoned. Yet guidance arrived just in time. That timing was not coincidence. Why your heart remained soft. Pain did not harden you. It deepened your compassion. That balance is rare. Strength with mercy is sacred. The invisible hand guiding you. Doors closed to redirect you. Delays saved you from misalignment. What felt like rejection was protection. You were being repositioned. The shift from survival to purpose. At first, you were just surviving. Now you feel called to build and serve. This shift signals readiness. Survival was the training phase. Why you can no longer ignore the call. The inner pull grows stronger daily. Distractions no longer satisfy you. Your soul wants alignment. Resistance creates unrest. The difference between belief and knowing. You no longer just believe. You feel truth internally. Certainty settles in silence. This is spiritual maturity. The role of discipline in your path. Consistency stabilizes awakening. Without discipline, energy scatters. You are learning restraint. This is necessary for longevity. Why your words carry weight. When you speak, people listen. Not because of volume, because of sincerity. Truth resonates naturally. The responsibility of a clear mind. Clarity requires guarding thoughts. Not every influence deserves attention. You are learning discernment. This protects your mission. The moment you stop seeking validation. Approval once mattered deeply. Now alignment matters more. This shift frees your spirit. Freedom accelerates growth. Why your journey is unrepeatable. No one else has your combination of experiences. Your path is uniquely designed. Comparison weakens confidence. Your assignment is specific. The preparation before visibility. Visibility comes after stability. You are still being refined. Foundations are being strengthened. Timing is intentional, the silent separation that had to happen. Certain connections faded without explanation. People drifted away when you needed them most. This separation was not punishment. It was alignment correcting itself. Why your emotions run deep. You feel things others ignore. Joy, pain, and truth hit you intensely. Depth is a sign of awareness. Surface living never satisfied you. The discipline of self-control. You are learning to pause before reacting. Not every battle deserves your energy. Silence has become your strength. Control sharpens power. The moments of intense clarity. There are flashes when everything makes sense. Confusion dissolves instantly. These moments guide your direction. Pay attention to them. Why you were drawn to solitude again. Crowds drain your energy now. Stillness restores your clarity. Solitude is no longer loneliness. It is communion with purpose. The difference between walking alone and being alone. You may walk alone, but you are guided. Support exists beyond what you see. The unseen always responds. Faith deepens awareness. The sharpening of your intuition. Your instincts are faster now. You sense intentions before words. Discernment protects your spirit. Trust what you feel. Why small talk feels empty. Shallow conversations exhaust you. Your soul craves meaning. Depth is your natural state. Do not force surface connections. The balance between strength and patience. Rushing disrupts alignment. Patience multiplies effectiveness. You are learning divine timing. This balance is mastery. The inner restructuring phase. Old beliefs are dissolving quietly. New understanding replaces fear. This internal shift is essential. Transformation starts within. Why you attract seekers. People come to you for guidance, even without you trying. Your energy feels safe. Light recognizes light. The weight of responsibility you feel. You sense a duty beyond yourself. Your actions feel impactful. This awareness brings seriousness. Responsibility shapes leaders. The necessity of boundaries. Access to you must be earned. Not everyone deserves closeness. Boundaries preserve energy. This is wisdom, not ego. The moments of quiet confidence. You no longer need to prove anything. Certainty rests within you. This calm confidence is power. It cannot be shaken. Why your past no longer defines you. Old labels no longer fit. You released outdated identities. Growth rewrote your narrative. You are not who you were. The alignment you feel approaching. Things are starting to connect. Clarity replaces chaos. This is not coincidence. You are syncing with purpose. The test of consistency. Motivation fluctuates. Discipline remains. You are learning to stay steady. Consistency activates results. Why you are more selective now. You guard your time fiercely. Energy is currency. Focus sharpens impact. Selectivity is strength. The calm before expansion. Stillness often precedes growth. This pause is strategic. Do not mistake it for stagnation. Expansion is forming. The knowing that words cannot explain. Some truths are felt, not spoken. You carry that knowing. It guides your steps quietly. This is inner authority, the internal realignment you can feel. Your priorities have shifted without effort. What once mattered feels distant now. Your inner compass is correcting itself. Alignment changes desires naturally. Why you no longer fear being misunderstood. Being misunderstood once hurt deeply. Now it feels irrelevant. Truth does not require consensus. Peace comes from self-clarity. The shedding of old versions. You outgrew former identities silently. Old habits fell away naturally. This shedding made space for strength. Growth always requires release. The moments you feel called to stillness. You sense when to pause. Rest no longer feels like weakness. Stillness recalibrates your spirit. Silence brings instruction. Why your dreams feel more vivid. Your subconscious is more active now. Messages arrive through symbols. Your awareness continues even in rest. Pay attention to patterns. The shift in how you handle conflict. You no longer react impulsively. Understanding replaced anger. You see lessons in opposition. Maturity refines response. Why your energy repels chaos. Drama struggles to remain around you. Your calm disrupts disorder. Peace has become your baseline. This is inner authority. The strength of restraint. You could respond, but you choose not to. You could explain, but you remain silent. Restraint preserves dignity. Power speaks through control. The difference between urgency and alignment. Not everything requires immediate action. Some things require patience. You are learning discernment. Timing reveals wisdom. Why you no longer seek escape. Distractions lost their appeal. You face reality with clarity. Presence feels safer than avoidance. This is emotional strength. The internal peace you need. Peace came after struggle. It was not gifted lightly. You earned it through endurance. This peace is unshakable. Why your compassion is now guarded. You still care deeply, but you choose where to give. Wisdom directs compassion. Boundaries protect sincerity. The quiet confirmations you receive. Small signs appear at the right time. Reassurance arrives subtly. You notice what others miss. Guidance often whispers. The realization of self-trust. You trust your decisions now. Doubt no longer paralyzes you. Confidence grew through experience. Self-trust is mastery. Why you feel called to build something lasting. Temporary success no longer excites you. You think in generations now. Legacy has entered your vision. This signals readiness. The moments you feel completely present. Time slows during clarity. Your awareness sharpens. Presence becomes powerful. This is alignment in motion. Why your path feels inevitable. Resistance feels exhausting now. Surrender feels natural. You stopped fighting your design. Acceptance unlocks momentum. The inner stillness before movement. Calm settles before action. Your spirit prepares quietly. This stillness is intentional. Movement will be precise. The knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Even uncertainty feels purposeful. You trust the unfolding. Nothing feels wasted anymore. This is spiritual maturity, the deepening of your inner awareness. You notice subtleties others overlook. Tone, intention, and energy speak loudly to you. Awareness has sharpened your perception. This depth is cultivated, not accidental. Why you value truth over comfort. Comfort once felt safe. Now truth feels necessary. You choose honesty even when it costs you. Integrity anchors your spirit. The quiet courage you developed. You no longer need dramatic displays of strength. Your courage shows in consistency. You stand firm without announcement. This quiet courage is rare. Why you no longer rush decisions. Impulse has been replaced with clarity. You pause to sense alignment. Decisions feel heavier but wiser. This patience protects your path. The subtle confidence in your presence. You do not demand attention. Yet attention naturally comes. Your grounded energy speaks first. Stability attracts respect. Why you are unmoved by outside chaos. Noise surrounds you, but does not enter you. You learn to center yourself internally. External instability no longer controls you. This calm is cultivated strength. The inner dialogue has changed. Self-criticism softened into self-awareness. You guide yourself with clarity now. Compassion replaced harsh judgment. Growth requires inner kindness. Why you no longer fear the unknown. Uncertainty once created anxiety. Now it feels like possibility. You trust what you cannot yet see. Faith expanded your comfort zone. The refinement of your intentness. Your motives feel clearer now. You act with purpose, not reaction. Intentionality shapes outcomes. Clarity strengthens impact. Why you feel called to simplicity. Excess no longer impresses you. You value what truly matters. Simplicity clears mental space. Focus deepens fulfillment. The strength of emotional regulation. You allow emotions without being ruled by them. Feelings pass through, not overtake. This balance is powerful. Mastery begins within. Why you can stand alone without feeling empty. Your sense of self feels complete. You do not seek to be filled externally. Wholeness comes from alignment. This independence is healthy strength. The subtle shift in your priorities. You invest energy differently now. What drains you gets less access. What nourishes you gets more attention. This shift preserves longevity. Why you no longer chase recognition. Validation lost its grip on you. Purpose replaced approval. You know who you are becoming. That certainty is enough. The inner order you create. Your thoughts feel more organized. Your emotions feel less scattered. Inner order reflects outer alignment. Clarity creates peace. Why you feel drawn to silent growth. You prefer progress without noise. Results matter more than announcements. You build quietly. Strength grows best in silence. The gentle confidence of self-respect. You honor your boundaries now. You value your time and energy. Self-respect shapes interactions. This standard elevates your path, the stability you fought hard to build. Nothing about your balance came easily. You had to earn emotional steadiness. Storms taught you how to anchor yourself. This stability is unshakable. Why you move with intention now. Every step feels deliberate. You no longer act from impulse. Purpose guides your movement. Intentional action multiplies impact. The deep trust in your inner guidance. You stopped outsourcing your decisions. Your intuition has proven reliable. Experience strengthened trust. Inner guidance leads accurately. Why you no longer explain yourself. Explanations once drained you. Now silence feels sufficient. Those meant to understand will. Clarity does not beg for approval. The transformation of your fears. Fear no longer controls your choices. It became a signal, not a barrier. You move forward despite uncertainty. Courage matured through exposure. Why you feel called to protect your peace. Peace feels sacred now. You guard it intentionally. Conflict no longer excites you. Protection preserves clarity. The internal alignment between mind and heart. Your thoughts and feelings cooperate now. Inner conflict has quieted. Decisions feel integrated. Alignment creates confidence. Why you are less reactive to criticism. Opinions no longer destabilize you. You evaluate without absorbing. Discernment filters feedback. Self-awareness anchors you. The quiet authority you carry. You do not dominate spaces. Yet presence is felt. Authority flows from certainty. True power is calm. Why you no longer fear others. Growth creates distance naturally. You accept this without guilt. Evolution requires separation. Alignment demands honesty. The shift from proving to being. You stop trying to convince. You simply exist authentically. Being speaks louder than effort. Truth does not perform. Why your energy feels consistent. You no longer spike and crash emotionally. Balance stabilized your rhythm. Consistency breeds reliability. Reliability builds trust. The inner confidence that does not waver. Confidence no longer depends on outcomes. You trust yourself regardless. Self-belief remains steady. This confidence is earned. Why you feel ready for greater responsibility. You sense expansion approaching. Capacity has increased. Pressure feels manageable now. Readiness attracts opportunity. The maturity of your perspective. You see layers in situations. Black and white thinking faded. Nuance sharpened wisdom. Perspective defines leadership. Why you are comfortable with unseen progress. Results do not need witnesses. You trust the process internally. Growth continues quietly. Faith sustains patience, the depth of awareness you now operate from. Your awareness feels wider than before. You observe without immediate judgment. Understanding replaces reaction. This depth allows wiser choices. Why you no longer feel the need to rush life. You stopped racing against imaginary clocks. Timing feels intentional now. You allow things to unfold naturally. Patience aligns outcomes. The inner security you developed. Security no longer comes from external sources. You built it internally. This foundation cannot be shaken easily. Inner security creates freedom. Why you trust silence more than noise. Silence brings clarity. Noise brings confusion. You choose quiet reflection over chaos. Wisdom lives in stillness. The growth that happened out of sight. Your biggest changes happen privately. No applause marked your progress. Transformation worked quietly. This made it authentic. Why you no longer seek quick wins. Shortcuts no longer tempt you. You understand the cost of haste. You build with intention. Longevity matters more now. The strength of self-aware limits. You know when to push and when to pause. Limits are respected, not ignored. Balance sustains momentum. This awareness prevents burnout. Why you feel connected to something greater. You sense meaning beyond surface life. Moments feel purposeful. You trust unseen order. Connection deepens faith. The calm acceptance of uncertainty. You no longer demand all answers. Uncertainty feels manageable. Trust replaced anxiety. Acceptance brings peace. Why you move without seeking permission. You stopped waiting for validation. Inner approval feels sufficient. Confidence fuels direction. Authority comes from alignment. The shift from resistance to flow. You stopped fighting the process. You cooperate with it now. Flow replaced force. Ease increases effectiveness. Why you value depth over speed. Fast progress feels empty. Deep progress feels fulfilling. You choose substance. Depth sustains growth. The inner stillness that guides your actions. Action now follows clarity. Impulse lost control. Stillness informs movement. This balance sharpens impact. Why you trust the path even without proof. Evidence no longer dictates belief. Experience taught trust. You move with faith. Faith strengthens resolve. The quiet satisfaction of inner alignment. You feel content without excess. Alignment brings fulfillment. This satisfaction runs deep. It cannot be bought. Why you are unafraid of long journeys. You understand endurance now. Quick results no longer impress you. Consistency outlasts intensity. Endurance builds legacy. This is your moment to stand fully in who you are. Stop doubting what your soul already knows. If this message spoke directly to you, it is confirmation of your calling. Like this video to anchor this truth, comment to declare your awakening, and subscribe to return to awakening so you stay aligned, strengthened, and guided on this path you were chosen for.